Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter and AGORACOM TV. Daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Friday, April the 4th. Typically a slow news cycle day. We don't have any news for you out of the U.S. markets as expected. On the Canadian side, though, we have 5 press releases for you, all out of the resources sector. So let's get straight to it here. First up, Southern Arc Minerals trades on the venture under SA. They're announcing that drilling intersected their longest mineralized intercept to date with encouraging results. This on their copper gold project in Indonesia. Drill hole SLD 013 intersected a broad mineralized interval along nearly the complete length of the hole. Here's the number: 576.95 meters of 0.12% copper and 0.25 grams per ton of gold. That's from 0 meters right to 576.95. Haven't seen that before, and right through the whole hole. That includes 114 meters, 0.06% copper, 0.34 grams per ton of gold, 106 meters of 0.18% copper, 0.3 grams per ton of gold, and finally 52 meters of 0.15% copper and 0.45 grams per ton of gold. So little small grades, but definitely big intercepts here. The company closed yesterday at 60 cents. Next up, Creston Moly trades on the venture exchange under the stock symbol CMS. This is an AGORACOM client, have to disclose that, but as always, this news stands on its own. They're announced that infill drilling continues to encounter significant Moly mineralization at their El Creston deposit in Mexico. They drilled 33 holes totaling 10,500 meters that are being completed at El Creston. This is in Sonora, Mexico, by the way. The objective of this drilling program is to upgrade the existing inferred resources to the indicated category, as well as to delineate the boundaries of the main Moly zone deposit. These are assays for holes EC07, 008 to EC08. 023. They're all tabulated in the press release. A lot of results there, so go take a look at them, but some great numbers. What I do want to do is focus on El Creston for a second. They're obviously focused, the company's obviously focused on developing the El Creston Moly deposit, which contains the following mineral resource, and this is at a 0.035% Moly cutoff grade. In the indicated category, they've got 169.9 million pounds of Moly and 122.8 million pounds of copper. In the inferred category, 141.1 million pounds of Moly and 92.8 million pounds of copper. So they got some big numbers already. They've got more infill drilling continuing to encounter significant Moly. So Creston Moly is obviously developing that project nicely. They closed yesterday at 32 cents. Next up, Midland Minerals trades on the venture under MEX. They reported indicated gold resources are up significantly. This is on their Cyan project in Ghana. The indicated resource has increased by 92% from 100,000 ounces to 192,400 ounces. The inferred resource is up from 100,000 ounces to 203,350 ounces. That's an increase of 103.4%. Now, those numbers on their own aren't huge. They're considered pretty small, actually, but I did take an excerpt here from Kim Harris, President and CEO of the company, who's given us a little vision here on where this company is going. This puts us right on track to get Cyan to a feasibility stage before 2008 is out. Having increased the resource thus far, we are well positioned to achieve the company's near-term objective of 500,000 ounces of gold by adding more tonnage at an average grade of 2.34 grams per ton. We've just started a 2,500 meter reverse circulation drilling program, which is aimed at adding more ounces, and that should take us closer to our short-term target of 500,000 ounces by the middle of the year. So that's why I wanted to bring that up, because the initial numbers aren't that big, but if they can get up to 500,000 ounces in short order, it looks like Midland Minerals is going to grow pretty quickly here. They're expecting a 43-101 compliant resource estimate to be filed on CDAR within the next 45 days. A little bit of information about Cyan. It's an open pit gold producer until 2004. There's a plant was built in 2001 and it had a gold recovery rate of 91%. Where is it located? In the prolific Ashanti Gold Belt, just 30 kilometers northeast of Newmont Mining's 8.7 million ounce at Kiam Gold Deposit. Infrastructure, power plant, roads, all that stuff is in place. The Cyan gold mineralization is similar to that found at Newmont's IKM gold deposit. So obviously they've got something that they're looking forward to. The company closed yesterday at 30 cents. Next up, Skyharbour Resources trades on the Venture Exchange under SYH. Drilling there identified massive sulfide zone. This is on their South Bay project in Red Lake, which is obviously a great place to be. They're announcing what appears to be a significant discovery of volcanogenic massive sulfides, better known as VMS mineralization, approximately 500 meters to the southwest of the former South Bay mine in Red Lake. This is for diamond drill hole SB084. Mineralization there consists of fine-grade, massive to finely bedded pyrite with visible zinc sulfides and visible copper sulfides. Drilling there obviously is continuing. Samples from the hole have been selected, sealed, and labeled rush for assay to the lab in Saskatchewan. All unnecessary communication from the field camp has been curtailed. So it sounds like they're shutting everything down. So we'll wait to see what news is going to come from here. The anomaly being tested has an inferred strike length in the order of 400 meters. That's based on the Titan 24 electromagnetic survey. The company holds 100% interest in the South Bay copper zinc silver project, which covers the former South Bay copper zinc silver mine, which produced 1.6 million tons of ore, grading 2.3% copper, 14.5% zinc, and 3.5 ounces per ton of silver. This is back in 1978. They closed yesterday at 17 cents. Finally, First Gold Exploration trades on the Venture Exchange under EFG. This is an AGORACOM client, but the news is worthy. They announced an early warning report. This relates to Eric Leboeuf, who is a CEO and director of First Gold. He recently acquired an additional 60,000 shares of First Gold. For those of you who aren't familiar with early warning reports, they're for insiders and people who are accumulating stock past a certain threshold. This obviously is good news. What I like about this is you've got the CEO of the company putting his money where his mouth is and adding to his holdings. That's always a good sign. He currently holds or exercises control over an aggregate of about 1.15 million common shares. That represents interest of just over 7% of First Gold's issued and outstanding on a non-diluted basis. Assuming, though, he exercises all the warrants and options held by him, Mr. Leboeuf will hold or exercise control of about just over 10% of First Gold's issued outstanding on a partially diluted basis. I like this. He's putting his money where his mouth is. Always a good sign. The company closed yesterday at 28 cents. That's a wrap for the day. As always, if you're looking for more great small cap companies, take a look at the AGORACOM marketplace. Over 90 companies there, listed by industry and exchange, so you can find the ones best suited for you. If you're watching this on Globe Investor, take a look at this entire page. You've got a plethora of press releases, webcasts, feature stories, all sorts of great leads for you to find great companies in the resources space. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic weekend. See you again on Monday.